स्टूडेंट्स असी कर रहे हैं डिस्कवरी एंड इन्वेंशनस और ये जीके का पार्ट है। दिस इज़ नॉट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बट कभी कभी एक क्वेश्चन या दो क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं। सो इनू किस तरह लर्न करना है, तीन चीज़ां याद रखनिया। पहला इन्वेंशन किन्ने की, ਉਹਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਸਾਇੰਟਿਸਟ ਦਾ, ਇਨੋਵੇਟਰ ਦਾ। ਸੈਕੰਡ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਲ 'ਚ ਹੋਈ। थर्ड वो किस कंट्री ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲੋਂਗ ਕਰਦਾ। ਇਹ तीन चीज़ां नॉर्मली पेपर 'ਚ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ, पर सारा कोई याद नहीं करना क्योंकि कभी कभी क्वेश्चन आता और किसी किसी पेपर 'ਚ दो क्वेश्चन भी आ जाते। तो लेट अस स्टार्ट। तो जो येलो पार्ट है ये इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट इन्वेंशंस हैं, डिस्कवरीज हैं। अमेरिका वाज डिस्कवर्ड बाय कोलंबस। यू नो दैट ही वांटेड टू डिस्कवर इंडिया बट ही लैंडेड इन अ न्यू लैंड विच वी नाउ कॉल्ड एज यूएस, जिन्होंने ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ अमेरिका कहते हैं। एंड ही वॉज फ्रॉम इटली और इन्हें ये सार ये चारों चीज़ां याद रखनी। सी रूट टू इंडिया, you know this, Vasco da Gama, he was Portuguese and he discovered in 1498. He came through tip of Good Hope, अफ्रीका ਦੇ ਥੱਲੋਂ ਆਇਆ, ਉਹਨੇ ਨਵਾਂ ਸੀ ਰੂਟ ਲੱਭਿਆ। ਪਰਪਸ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਯੂਰਪ ਦਾ ਔਰ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਬੰਦ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਸੀ, ਲੈਂਡ ਰੂਟ ਦਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ, ਬਿਕॉज ਫਾਲ ਆਫ ਇਸਤਾਨਬੁਲ। ਕੌਂਸਟੈਂਟਨੋਪੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਟਰਕੀ ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੁਸਲਿਮਸ ਦਾ ਟਰਕਸ ਦਾ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਔਰ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਬੰਦ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਸੋ ਦੇ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਫਾइंड आउट न्यू रूट थ्रू सी। So that route is discovered by Vasco da Gama in 1498 because Europeans were looking for Indian spices, particularly the black pepper, few metals, few minerals. So then South Pole was discovered by Amundsen. He was from Norway, 1911. ये सारा याद करना है, ये भी सारा याद करना है, ये भी सारा याद करना है। China was discovered by Marco Polo. He was from Italy. He was the first man from Europe who was able to discover China. So China और Europe की आपस अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगी और उस तो बाद ट्रेड स्टार्ट होगी। So these are the important things. All you have to remember what I have marked. Now इस तो बाद इत्थे देखांगे एटम बम discovered by Oppenheimer, USA, 1945. This technology was used to make atom bombs. Still US, Russia and other countries are making atom bombs, nuclear bombs and so much. Before he could die, उन्हें क्या न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी ਨੂੰ पीसफुल पर्पसली यूज करो, ਉਹਦੀ ਇਹ ਡਾइंग स्टेटमेंट। Then radium was discovered by Madame Curie, Marie Curie. They were from Poland. They were quite poor and they made a special lab in their college and school and at their home and they were able to discover this. ਇਹ ਸਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ याद रखना, पेपर नहीं आता। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ theory of relativity discovered by Einstein, which is very important. He is one of the greatest scientists and he was from US. In fact, he was from Germany, but because of Hitler, he had to leave the Germany. He went to US. So he was able to discover this theory of relativity, and theory of relativity, you know, that E is equal to mc squared. This we will discuss later on someday. So then dynamite, Alfred Nobel, जिन्होंने Nobel Prize start किए और he was from Sweden. ये साल नहीं याद करना। सो ये नोबल प्राइज स्टार्ट जी इतों पैसा आया यदियाँ साइंटिफिक डिस्कवरीज दियाँ या होर इन्होंने डिस्कवर कीतियां, वो सारा पैसा यूज़ किया गया टू बिल्ड अप ए ट्रस्ट जिन्होंने असीं नोबल प्राइज ट्रस्ट कहते हैं। उतों सारे दुनिया को अलग अलग कैटेगरी के नोबल प्राइज मिलते। सो यू शुड नो वॉट टू रिमेंबर, वॉट नॉट टू रिमेंबर फॉर योर एग्जाम। दैन दिस यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट हु डिस्कवर्ड द टेलीफोन। देयर इज नो नीड टू रिमेंबर दिस, नो। Then genetic code, Harbin Khurana, he was Indian, he was Punjabi, so he was able to discover genetic code. He was from India, and you should know the date also, year also. Next. Then aeroplane, yes, Wright brothers, US, 1903. Steam engine, only you should remember the name of this man. That's all. No need to remember this, no need to remember this. Then diesel engine, Rudolf Diesel, yes, Germany, no need to remember this. So certain things are not required for exam. You don't have so much time and energy to remember everything. There's no need. You should be very specific. कितना पेपर पास करना है, केड़ी चीज़ याद करनी है, वो तुहानूं दस रही हूं। उस तो बाद फादर ऑफ फाइबर ऑप्टिक्स, सिर्फ ना याद होना चाहिए, होर कुछ नहीं याद करना। दैन ब्लॉकचेन, सिर्फ ना याद रखना है और जैपनीज़ हैं, ये याद रखने की लोड़ नहीं। तो असीं दस रहे हैं पेपर किस तरह का एग्जाम आता और किहड़ियां चीज़ां याद करियां किहड़ियां नहीं याद करनी। Solar system, only the name of the inventor. How the planets move, Kepler, Germany, ये याद रखना है, no need, no need. Then Hawaii Islands, Captain Cook, एक को याद ही रखना. North Pole, Rabbit Perry, US. सो ये फेयरली घट इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है, येलो वाले ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट. पर ये जी दस रहे में की याद रखना की नहीं याद. No need. So go through this slide and try to focus on things which I've told you to remember. Like these four. Here only this. Here nothing is required for your exam. Next. Oxygen, only the name of this. No need of this. No need of this. Then electricity, voltage, yes. No need of this. No need of this. Then this is, I think, repeating again. Then theory of evolution. Yes, Charles Darwin. England. No need. No need. So you should be able to know what you need to remember, what you need not to. Yeah. We are discussing GK and the topic is inventions and discoveries. So I'm trying to tell which is important for your exam. This may be a bit important. No gramophone. No need of remembering this. Helicopter is not very important. If you can leave also. Cinema, yes, you can leave. No need. Then next. Yes, printing press is very important. The name of this man, Germany, and it was discovered in 1440. I told you earlier last in my video, the printing press did a revolution there. It was one of the greatest discoveries of that period when the information was discussed, printed and spread from country to country, village to village, city to city and continent to continent. And that made the whole world to exchange the knowledge, and printing press played a very important role. And tires were discovered by Dunlop. Pasteurization, Louis Pasteur, yes, only this, no need, no need. Here, no need. So like this, you should be able to, as a student, you should know what to remember. Because purpose is to clear the exam, purpose is to have comfortable exam. So this is telescope, I don't think. Then telegraph, yes, you can remember this, but this is not required. Then comes the new inventions. You all know who discovered Facebook. Remember, year not required. Microsoft, yes. Internet, yes. Google, yes. But this is all US. I've told you earlier also, all new discoveries, all new tech companies, all new innovations are mostly happening in US because there's a rise of USA we discussed earlier. That power shifted from Europe, innovation power shifted from Europe to US. The world has started moving towards Europe, from Europe and from other parts of the world towards USA. So these dates are not required. Now here we have this discovery, cloud computing, name of the person and from US. This year is not required. You can just go through this, but not for exam. Then data mining by this man, US. This year or date is not required. So you should know what is required, what is not required. Here I'm going to tell you that again, you see, US has become the hub of innovation. All new innovations from last few decades has been mostly done in US. So power has shifted from Europe and from other part, innovation power has gone to US. All big tech companies are from US.